The other view I want you to create, or views I want you to create, are axonometrics or axonometrics, depends on how you pronounce it. Um, and so this is basically in here, that's just a default 3D view, is an axonometric. And you'll see I already have a series of views duplicated. So I've got several views created. Once again, you know, your default, your working 3D views, I wouldn't use them to set up for presentation. And once again, you could name these with a P in front of them so that you remember that they're presentation, just like we did the, you know, area and site plan. Same thing with elevations that we did earlier. Um, and but there's two or three things that you may want to do. Uh, you may want to shade them. You may want to render them. Uh, just shade them. Save project. Okay. Um, but let's just start with a basic 3D view. If it comes looking like this, then what I do is duplicate it. Uh, if there's details in it that I've added that I want to keep, then I would duplicate it with detailing. These elevation markers, I definitely don't want them to show up. So I'm going to hide and view all the categories of those and get rid of those. And then I probably want it to be in some kind of shaded view so that I can see my roads better and everything. Then, you know, if you want to add sun, okay, sun path and shadows, that might be something you want to do. The first thing you need to do if you're going to use the sun, I would recommend that you go into manage and that you set the location. So here's the location right here so that you're using the sun of the location where you are. So let's go Mackenzie Park. Is that right? I don't know if that's part right or not. Let's see. Lubbock, Texas. Let's see if it'll find it. Uh, Yeah, Mackenzie Park Road. Okay. And that's probably close enough. You could look and, you know, y'all have a specific site. You can try to find an address or go to the map here and whoops, uh, and select where that address is, you know, where that site is. I'm not going to take the time to do that. Mackenzie Park's fine. So you need something that's in that general area. Um, and then, so I would, then the view, I've got a northeast, a northwest, and a southwest. So let's go to a southeast. North is what, over here this way. South would be that way. Southeast would be, well, really close to where I am right now. Okay, so I'm going to use the little orbital tool here. If you click on that, you're going to get this. And if you click now on the orbit, you're going to find that you have more freedom to move this thing around. If you, and then you can just uh, click out. Oh, yeah, you have to hit the little X to stop it. You can grab this and move it by moving the cube, but I find that a little bit more clumsy, a little harder to manage than just clicking on this, hit orbit, and then you can orient it to however you'd like to orient it. Um, let's turn on, the next thing is we can turn on the sun path on, and it says use specific location and date. Um, so once again, this is the date and the time it's set for right now. I could, you know, drop the sun down a little bit if I wanted to. That's probably 5:15. It's a little too far in the afternoon. If we want to see shadows, you know, the shadows would enhance the drawing. Then definitely turn shadows on. You know, consistent colors. And of course we can come back and set the materials for the topo and all this stuff and give it more detail. You can also choose to leave this the sun pattern on your view if you're trying once again to communicate something, or if you wanted to communicate the different paths. You could do a whole series of them. One, this is I would use the solstices and equinoxes as locations. Those are good range. So anyway, and just set you up, you know, the southwest. Southwest is actually over this way. Yeah, something like this, you know. And I would probably orient them to my building, not to the site itself. True southwest, of course, is kind of a little bit more this way. That's probably true southwest right there, almost parallel to the building, but it doesn't show our little massing as good as the other one. So, you know, I would go something like this. So anyway, once again, turn on the sun or not, get shadows. What you want is a good view that communicates what it is you want to communicate. Okay, so let's end that this video, and then I'll talk about site perspectives as well as what else? Site sections.